This is the Anna Gale Lines Podcast, where we equip you with the tools and insights to take charge of your life and thrive. And here is your host, life coach and author, Anna Gale Lines.
Welcome to the Anna Gale Lines Podcast. I'm your host, Anna Gale Lines, and today we are diving deep into a topic that resonates with most of us, the art of saying no. Have you ever felt overwhelmed, overcommitted, and stretched thin because you couldn't say no? Have you ever said yes when you would have rather said no for fear of letting people down or missing out? If so, you're in the right place. The art of saying no is not just about boundaries, but it's about reclaiming your time, energy, and power. It's about making space for the yes that truly matters in your life. In today's episode, we're going to explore why it's necessary to say no, practical strategies to say no with grace and confidence, and discuss how embracing this tiny yet mighty word can lead to more yes moments in your life than you ever thought possible. But before we dive in, take a moment to think about a recent situation where you wish you had said no. What could have been the yes waiting on the other side of that no? We'll circle back to that question later in the episode. So grab your favorite beverage, find a cozy spot, and let's embark on this empowering journey of discovering the incredible yes that hides behind our ability to say no. If you have not done so, hit the subscribe button. And if you're on YouTube, hit the bell to be notified of new episodes when they are posted every Monday morning. Now let's dive in.
Why is it necessary to say no? It's necessary to say no to protect our time and energy. We all have 24 hours in a day. Whether you're Beyonce, whether you're the CEO of a multi-million-dollar corporation, whether you are the King of England or you are Britney Spears, we all have 24 hours in the day. And if we're pursuing a dream and we're accomplishing our goals to get to that dream and we're trying to make a better life for ourselves, when we say yes to things that are unnecessary, we are saying no to our goals and dreams. When we are saying yes to our friend's party down the street, we are saying no to our goals and dreams. When we say yes to helping our neighbors clean out their attics or mow their lawns, we're saying no to our goals and dreams. If we say yes to binging on Netflix all weekend, so we have something to talk to our coworkers about on Monday, or we are gaming all weekend, we are saying no to our goals and dreams. We need to protect our energy and our time. We need to spend that time instead working on practicing our craft. We need to spend that time studying. We need to spend that time, actually doing our craft. We need to spend that time networking. We need to spend that time doing anything and everything that will move the needle on our dream. But instead, we say yes to things because we don't have boundaries. We say yes to things because we feel like we are going to disappoint somebody. We say yes because we feel like we could help them, but that help is not necessarily in line with our goals and visions and values. We say yes because we feel like we're missing out on something and it might be an opportunity. But if you're pursuing a goal and a dream, you need to focus on it. You need to set boundaries in your life. People need to know that you are going to focus on getting to this dream. And you're going to have naysayers. You're going to have people who tell you you can't do it. But you can do it. You can pursue your dream. You can get there. But we have to say no to things that are not going to get us to that dream. We have to say no to things that are not going to change our lives. We can't be wasting our time and energy on things that are unproductive. So we need to preserve our energy and we need to maintain focus, because too many times we'll have shiny object syndrome, where we will go down a rabbit hole. We'll be on the internet because we were, trying to post a blog post, or we were trying to, see what the analytics on our YouTube channel were, or we're trying to figure out how to better get to our goal, and we're studying on the internet, and then we think to ourselves, I should go do this, or I should go do that, and then it leads us down a rabbit hole, and then an hour later you realize that you didn't even do what you came on the internet to do. That's why I always have to have a checklist. But we need to maintain focus on what we're doing. And it's a part of self-care when we actually say no. When we say no to things that are going to rob our energy and rob our time and are not going to get us to our goals, it's a part of self-care, because in the long run it's going to make a better life for us. And it's also going to balance our lives, because when you're pursuing a dream, you are doing it for the future you. And you're also showing the younger generation that they can achieve their goals and visions as well. And we have to encourage people to respect our boundaries. So when we set a boundary, it needs to be set in stone. Okay? We can't be making exceptions. Otherwise, people will walk over our boundaries. They will, think that they're always the exception and you're always going to do for them. But we need to set those boundaries in stone so that everybody in your life knows that you're pursuing your dreams and your goals, and you're not going to do anything that is unnecessary. Now we're going to discuss ways to say no. We can be direct and assertive. We can be straightforward but polite. We can say something to the effect of, I appreciate the offer, but I can't. Or we could say something like, I can't commit to that right now. But remember that no is a complete sentence. You do not have to offer anybody an excuse or an explanation as to why you are saying no. It is none of their business. It's only your business. You are saying yes to your priorities and no to whatever their request is. However, we need to be firm on our no, because if we are not firm on our no and we waver and we end up saying yes this time, that person will think that our no next time will eventually turn into a yes. So we need to make sure that our no means no and our yes means yes. So we need to use I statements. We can express our decision from our perspective. For example, I need to focus on my other priorities right now. Again, you are saying yes to your goals and your dreams, and you're saying no to whatever their request is. We can offer a solution. If possible, we can suggest an alternate solution or offer to help in a different way. For instance, I can't do this, but I can help you with that. Or, I know somebody who can help you. Let me put you in touch with them. If you need more time to make a decision on whether you want to help or not, tell the person, let me think about it and I'll get back to you. Then you can assess the request without feeling pressured. And then you can decide whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, if you need to help, if it aligns with your goals and your priorities. It'll give you time to think. And we can express appreciation. We can acknowledge the request and show gratitude for being considered. We can say something like, thank you for thinking of me, but I can't. Because that shows that we are grateful for the opportunity, but we just can't at this point. We don't want to alienate people when we say no. We want to say no in the most polite way possible. We can blame external factors if we really need an excuse. If a person is pressuring you for an excuse, you can blame external factors such as my schedule is already full or I have a prior commitment. We can soften the no by saying something like, I wish I could, but, or unfortunately, I can't this time. We can be honest but tactful. If it's necessary to provide a specific reason because the person is pressuring us, we can do so honestly but tactfully. For example, I can't attend the event because I have a family commitment that day. Practice in advance. Prepare your response for an anticipated situation where you may need to say no. Practicing can make it easier when the time comes. But remember, no is a complete sentence. We don't have to offer excuses or explanations. A lot of people will try to pressure us into giving them an explanation, but we don't have to. It is not necessary. And we need to stick to our decision. Like I said before, once you say no, avoid feeling guilty and pressured to change your mind. Stand by your decision calmly and respectfully, but make sure that you are keeping your no, no, and your yes, yes. Say yes to your priorities, your goals, and your dreams, and say no to things that don't align with them. How does no lead to yes? By saying no to non-essential commitments and distractions, we are saying yes to more time in our lives. We may not have more than 24 hours in a day, but we are creating pockets of time where we can take daily action on our goals. Anybody who's been here before knows that I'm a big advocate of taking daily action on your goals. For instance, I want to write a book, a novel which is over 60,000 words. Instead of looking at the 60,000 words, I break it down into 500 words a day. So that 500 words accumulated over time is going to get me to my goal. I want to learn Italian. So one lesson a day accumulated over time gets me to my goal. I want to listen to 50 audiobooks a year. So I listen to 30 minutes of an audiobook every day, accumulated over time, is going to get me to my goal. So we need to incorporate daily action into our routines so that we can accomplish our goals more readily. It's better than if we say, you know what, I'll start that project next week, or I'll start it next year, or I'll start it when all the stars are aligned. But no, we need to actually sit down and make it part of our daily routine, because that is how we're going to accomplish our goals. So when we say no to unnecessary commitments and distractions, we are saying yes to our goals. We are saying yes to studying and learning more about this dream that we want to pursue. We're taking classes and we're networking with people who have been there, done that. We are picking the brains of people who know more than we do. We are actually doing our craft. We're practicing our craft. It's when we actually take daily action on our goals that we will achieve them. But we won't do that if we are saying yes to non-essential commitments and distractions. So we need to also it also leads us to focusing and being more productive. So when we say no to less important tasks and requests, we focus on our energy onto the most important things. What is most important now in your life? What is going to cause you to get to your goal and your dreams? What is going to move the needle on your business? What is going to create that life that you want? If you don't know, take that extra time and think about it. Have some thinking sessions on what you want your life to look like and what your goals actually are, and then break them down into daily actions. It is when we think about it and we put together a plan that we get to our goals, we get to our dreams. Things happen in our lives. Things don't happen by chance. They happen because we prepare and we take daily action. We do the work. And then we need to develop healthy boundaries. The problem is that a lot of us are people pleasers. We want people to be happy, and we say no to us, but yes to them. And too many times we are saying no to ourselves, and we self-sabotage ourselves because we are saying no to everybody else and what they want us to do and what they think is best for us, but we're saying no to what we know is right. We have to say no, and we need to be firm on that no, because if we're not firm on that no, people are going to take advantage. They used to say that if you give a person an inch, they're going to take a mile. And that's true. It's true that people are going to take advantage if you don't stay firm to your commitment of no. It has to be no. Make your no, no, and your yes, yes. Stay firm to your no. It doesn't matter what they say to you. Once you've made the decision to say no, stick with it. Stick with your no. Because it's going to open the door to more positive opportunities and connections if people know that they can trust you. They can trust what you say. So if you say no and you are committed to that no, they will know next time that your no means no. And they will know that your yes means yes. But we need to respect our boundaries. We need to respect our goals and dreams. And we need to have some self-respect when it comes to ourselves. Because too many times we think we're being selfish by saying no. We are not being selfish. We're doing what we were put on this earth to do. We are pursuing our goals and our dreams, and we're making a meaningful, significant life for us and our families. And by saying no and declining tasks and, or responsibilities that don't align with our goals and values, we're preventing ourselves from being stressed out and burnt out. It causes us less stress when we say no and we commit to that no. When we say yes to things that will get us to our goals. When we say yes to things that will promote happiness and fulfillment in our lives. When we say yes to the things that we want to say yes to, and we say no to the things that we don't want to say yes to. So that is setting a boundary with ourselves so that we can have less stress in our lives and so that we can be people of significance. And we need to say yes to coming out of our comfort zone. We need to say yes to personal growth. Many times we'll commit to things that we don't want to commit to because we don't want to know what's on the other side. We don't want to come out of our comfort zone. We don't want to have those opportunities. And we don't want to discover what's on the other side of that no. We don't want to find that yes. But we need to step out of our comfort zone. We need to learn who we are and what our goals need to be. We need to pursue our goals and find out who we are in the process. We need to alter our goals if we need to. But we can't do that if we don't embrace challenges, if we don't embrace the new, if we don't step out of our comfort zone, if we don't take calculated risks. Instead, we're going to stay in that comfort zone and we're going to stay stuck for the rest of our lives, and we're still going to be saying yes to those unnecessary commitments and yes to those unnecessary distractions. We need to get a clarification of our purpose. We need to sit down and figure out what we want in life. We need to figure out what our goals and our dreams are and what our sense of purpose is. What is that knowing inside of you of what you were supposed to do with your life? And once you pursue that, and once you pursue things that align with that, then you're one step closer to figuring out who you're supposed to be. And when we say no to other things, we are saying yes to more meaningful opportunities, such as, networking and becoming friends with people who are already doing what you're doing. And it's also part of self-care to say no. Because when we prioritize our self-care and say no to excess demands on our time and energy, it ensures we're in a good mental place. We're good emotionally, we're good physically, we're in a good mental space when we say no. As we wrap up today's episode, I want to leave you with a challenge. In this upcoming week, practice saying no when it aligns with your priorities, goals, and values. Pay attention to the yes opportunities that begin to emerge as a result. If you'd like to share your experiences or you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me on social media or on my website. I love hearing from my listeners. Remember, you have the power to shape your life, one yes and no at a time. Join us for our next episode when we'll dive deep into another exciting topic to help you unleash your true potential. Until then, take care, set those boundaries, and keep saying yes to what truly matters in your life. Thank you for spending time with me, and thank you for being you.
You have been listening to the Anna Gale Lines podcast. If you'd like to learn more about Anna Gale, you can go to AnnaGaleLines.com. It's AnnaGailLynes.com. And there you can download 2 free chapters of her book Unshakable Purpose. And you can also download her latest science fiction mystery novel called The Last Chance Station for free. You can also buy her fiction and nonfiction books on the website, Amazon, BN.com, Lulu, and many other online outlets. Sign up for the newsletter to keep updated as to what's going on in the world of the Anna Gale Lines podcast and Space-Tastic Mysteries podcast, her fiction podcast where you can hear installments of her novels. To follow her on social media, Lady Anna Gale on TikTok, Anna Gale Lines on Twitter, and Anna Gale Lines Artist on Instagram. Join our Facebook page at facebook.com/author Anna Gale. Thank you for listening and thank you for being you.